Hello grade 12s. I'm going to take you through an example of how we use the present value formula for an annuity. So I'll start by writing it down. So the present value formula for an annuity is the following, and it has some basic assumptions that go with it. So the first assumption is the repayments that are made, in this annuity start one period after the beginning of the annuity, and the last payment is made at the end of the last period in the annuity. So that might sound a bit strange, but in an example it'll make a bit more sense. So consider the following example. You buy a particular asset or item, and as part of buying this item, you agree that you have to pay it off because you don't have the sort of cash amount of money that you need at the beginning, and the repayments that you have opted for are 500 Rand per month. So 500 Rand per month, and you have agreed to pay this for the 36-month period, or 36 months. So to pay this off over 36 months, and the information given to you is that the interest rate is going to be 10% per annum, but that it's compounded monthly. So it's compounded monthly. And my question to you then is, what is the present day value? What is the present day value of those 36 payments of 500 Rand? So if we want to, and one of the basic assumptions is that if you borrow a certain amount of money at time t0, that the first repayment is made at the end of the first month. So there's t1, t2, t3, and remember we agreed in the question that there would be 36 repayments, and each of these repayments would be 500 Rand. I'm running out of space here, but essentially you can see how this continues, and then my very last payment would be 500 Rand too. So the question is, if you pay off all that money over time, clearly if you wanted to know the amount of money you paid, you could just go 500 times 36, but that would include amounts of money that are paid in the future. You want to know what the present value today is of all these future payments, and this is where we can use the above formula. So all we're going to do is plug in the values that we know. So if we look at the formula, the present value is the big unknown, the x at the beginning, but we do know what the monthly repayments are. Okay, I suppose I shouldn't have used x here because you can see these are two different x's, but this x over here is the monthly repayment, and that's 500 Rand. In the formula that we know that the interest rate is simply the 10% per annum, but it's compounded monthly, and so we're going to divide that by 12. Then, n is the number of repayments. Well, we can look at my timeline and see fairly quickly that there's 36 repayments because they're made monthly, and this will all be divided by I as per the formula, which is just like this. So we can then, using this present value formula, determine that the amount of money, according to my calculations, and you can try this on your calculator, but I encourage you to do so, is going to be 15,495 Rand and 62 cents if we round up to two decimal places. And so that is in fact the present value, or the amount of what the present value is equivalent to of all these future repayments.